Hello, everybody. Bill Thornton, SoCalSabre. Thank you for stopping by for this version of Spinning, which is number 69. This is where we're going to talk about the music that I listened to this week from my vinyl album and CD collections. I'll show you the media, talk about a little about each one. And then at the end, I will select the two that I enjoyed the most. This has been a very tough week, so that was a tough decision to make today. So we're going to get started here, but before we do, get on there and hit that like button. If you haven't done so yet, please subscribe to the channel and help us grow. Everybody put some remarks down there. Let me know which albums you have or what you liked or didn't like and didn't like. What did you listen to this week? I love hearing from you guys and I'll get back with you. So I opened up the week, a 1983 album, frontman from Zeppelin, Robert Plant. And it was the Principle of Moments. Second LP post Led Zeppelin for Robert Plant. Just for Robert Plant solos, I have 4 CDs also in this album or in this collection, plus one with Jimmy Page and one with Alison Krauss. This was the second studio album by the English singer. Plant's second top 10 album in the US and UK. It also gave him his first top 40 hit song, Big Log. I had a little bit of problems with the microphone before, so I hope it's not stuttering. It was the inner. That's really hard to see without glasses on, so I don't know if that is flavor text on you about the album or credits. Oh, he also had another hit with the song "Open Arms." Genesis drummer Phil Collins. He played drums on 5 of the hit songs on this. Really, really good shape. Was a white knot pickup collection. Got the week off to a really, really good start. Principle of Moments, the 1983 album by Robert Plant, formerly. So the next one I got that I listened to this week is a 2025 release by a group that's been around for a long time. '24th studio album, legendary group. Right down, Bill? Jethro Tull. Came out in 2025. I have 5 LPs in my collection by Tull. I also have 1 CD and a 4 CD box set. The band's first album of new material in, oh, wow, say more than 2 decades. But it's their third album in the last 3 years. Now, I didn't get, out of the ones that came out in the last 3 years, I didn't get the first one or the second one. But when this was coming out, I went, hey, I got a lot of Jethro Tull in my collection. Let's check this one out. And I did. And I liked it. It's a very nice production. 6 songs on one side and 3 on the other. For a fan of, as a fan of Jethro Tull for many, many years, I really liked the production, and I found the music to be very nice and relaxing. Booklet that comes with it. Speak over the top, make sure I'm showing you everything. Show you the label. Nice label, reminiscent of the cover. So that was Curious Ruminant, 2025 release by Jethro Tull. That kept the week going on a nice pace, but nice and relaxing day when that one. Now the next one, I won this. I gotta tell you why. This is the this is a MoFi album, 2011 MoFi release of the 1979 album, the B-52s, self-titled by the B-52s. This was a first for me because I never have had a MoFi album in my collection before, and nor did I have any B-52s in my collection. You know, going into this album, the only song that I ever remembered by the B-52s was Love Shack. I don't know why. I like the new wave stuff, but I guess I wasn't interested in picking it up. High Fidelity. Now, how I won this, occasionally on when I won that auction, on the auctioneer, the seller does giveaways. And I've won a couple things in giveaways, and normally it's something that other people really didn't want anyway, but I because it's free. This one was a giveaway, and it came to me sealed. Got my first MoFi sealed giveaway. Go figure that. I'll show you the MoFi label here. I'm finally glad to have the B-52s in the collection. Since I like them. Never had them before. I might, in the future, if something else comes up, I see something else in them at a reasonable price, I'll add it to the collection. That was my first MoFi album in my collection, B-52s, by the B-52s, 2011 reissue. So we're going to continue on now with another 2025 release. And this is everything going here. LP. Parasomnia by Dream Theater. 2 LP on clear vinyl, which I'll show you. I have this one by them and one other CD in my collections. This is a 16 studio album by the American progressive metal band. When I first saw the name Parasomnia, I said, what is that? So I actually had to look it up, you know, in it's a category of sleep disorders that involve abnormal moments, behaviors, emotions, perceptions, and dreams that occur while falling asleep, between sleep stages, or during arousal from. It's pretty dark. And graphics on the album were great. What a great production! This why that just beep like that. Okay. It's only like 8 or 9 tracks total on the 4 sides. They are lengthy album or lengthy productions. They don't deal with, a lot of concept albums deal with a story. This one here deals with various different types of parasomnia. Got one in there, We have one in there for old person having a dream, constant dream that he kills his wife. One in there for a veteran as with PTSD. Some there when they're in children being left aside. So it's pretty really dark. Yeah. But a great booklet that came with it, with the lyrics in it. I'll tell you this in the graphic scenes in here. That I could follow along in the story. Whenever somebody's doing concept albums, or I guess you can call it a lot of graphic material in this one. You know, instead of being a conventional concept album, this one encompasses a wide range of unusual and undesirable experiences. Group. Credits on the back side cover. Graphic. The album started off with an overture. Music I really liked, but the music got me into a dark mode in my mind, already prepared for what I was going to be listening to. And that was pretty cool that I was able to do that. Here we got the album looking. Oh, this was Parasomnia 2025 release by Dream Theater. Now, if you like aggressive heavy metal and a concept album, and you don't mind dark themes, you might want to check this one. I think you can hear some of it on the streaming services. You might want to check it out. I liked it. Glad it's in the collection now. Will it get played again? I'm certain that it will be. All right, time for the CDs of the week. Wear me out there. First one. This is a 1990 compilation CD titled Changes Bowie. David Bowie. This is the compilation is part of remastering of Bowie reissue series, replacing the deleted RCA Records compilation. It was his 7th album to enter the UK chart at number 1. Up long enough for you to be able to see the track listing. I enjoyed this from top to bottom. You know, Space Odyssey, Ziggy Stardust, Young Americans, Fame 1990, The Golden Years, Let's Dance, China Girl, Modern Love. Some great songs on this baby. Hold out there. I think that's lyrics. Credits. Well, if you like David Bowie and you don't, maybe you have an album or two that has one or two hits on each one, want to add to your collection, or just if you want to add to your collection anyway for whatever reason, you want some more David Bowie. This is the one I recommend it because it's loaded, top to the bottom, great stuff. That was the 1990 compilation, Changes Bowie by David Bowie. That must have been a time in my life when I was buying CDs. We're not too far into the CD because we're only at 77 out of maybe 800. And vinyl had disappeared. I wasn't buying any in those days because they were hard to find. But anyway, because the next one was a compilation anyway. 1987 compilation album, singles, tenders. Features all of the band's UK single hits up to that date, as well as including I Got You Babe with Chrissie Hynde and performed by UB40, which I liked UB40 also, in 1985, that one. Okay. The album reached number 69 in the US album chart, number 6 in the UK. It's in there a little bit closer so you can see the soundtracks. I don't have anything else by the Pretenders in my collection. Well, I don't know. I like New Wave. You know, Talking Heads and all of this, but for some reason I didn't get any by the Pretenders, but I do have this one now. Singles. Jewel case can't come in. It's in still pretty good shape. Try to keep everything in my collections as good shape as possible. I learned a lot of lessons about keeping LPs better this time around and not the first time. Of course, the first time we didn't have the internet and all of that to be able to learn things from other people. So now we got to the last thing, and that's always also the album of the week that comes out of the collection. Next one. We're at number 57. It's going to take me back to a time in my life. 76 album. Barry Manilow, this one's for you. This is the third LP in the collection. Fourth studio album by the American singer-songwriter. You know, he got his start, you know, he was like a jingle writer. He wrote jingles for Pepsi, Band-Aid, State Farm. He sang some of them and he wrote them. And then finally he got into the 70s. I think I'm going to do this for myself. Switched over from being he was a very popular jingle writer, wrote a lot of big ones. This album here, it won platinum and yielded the hits. This one's for you, Weekend in New England. Look what we looks like we have made it in the original version of Daybreak. Did Daybreak a couple albums. Pretty young looking there, huh? I was thinking about 1976 when I was listening to this morning. Barry Manilow made some 3 or 4 albums during that time period, and the songs hit me personally. What I was thinking about, I said before in a couple of videos before, 76 was my personal life was on a turmoil as far as relationship. So when I was listening to this today, I could actually mentally think of why I like the song, who in my life I like it because of. Strange that you about those so old. Anyway, got through it. That was a time of my life. Through that era. Krista. Peaked at number 6 on the charts in 1977. Number 22, 24 for 2 weeks on the Canadian charts. So this was, and the way I ended up the week was, this one's for you, 1976 album. Makes it 49 years old, and it's pretty great. I gave it a VG plus for the track. It did have some sound on it, but only in between songs during the song. I gave it a VG for the album cover, wear and tear over Oh, that was time where I sat there and I says, which ones did I like though? This was a tough week. Which ones did I like most? Oh, well, Parasomnia by Dream Theater was really good. Curious Ruminant by Jethro Tulls were really good. All of these were B-52s. Wow. Oh, anyway, the two that I picked, let me know if you would have picked these things, if you think you would have picked them. If not, what did you listen to this week? First one I picked was The Principle of Moment, the 1983 album by Robert Plant. At first, I was thinking, well, maybe Led Zeppelin led me to that. But then, when I thought more about it and what was on there, I really, really liked the album material. Not so, yeah, I like Robert Plant's voice, but that did not, nothing from Led Zeppelin's. Then the second one I picked was the CD Changes Bowie. Man, from song number one to the end, great hits by him. Great addition to my collection. Would be to anybody's collection. That was the two I picked. What'd you think about those picks? Let me know. SoCalSabre saying, take care of yourselves. Be kind to each other. Stay safe.